And good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? It is a beautiful Saturday morning. This is that was it's a beautiful. I had, I had my computer with the live stream up on my computer, and it showed up. I had the volume currently not on the one. Yeah, when I it was pretty good. Also, today I am uh, on YouTube on and also on Rumble. So I don't know if I'll see from anybody on there. It'd be cool if I could have a look over here to see what's going on. To check the other streams. I don't even know how to look at my stream. I show up. It says I'm live. Here we go. I then I can find it. So I do have all three streams going. All three streams are up. Beautiful morning. How's everybody? This month, for the month of December, day fasting. We're doing another group that I'm in, Carnivore Quest. Larry came up with the idea to do alternate day fasting for December. So even days, on the odd days, we're even. Today's December 6th. So today, so one of those great things too. But you know, it does a lot for the body doing the fast. 24-hour fast, hour fast, or 48 hours. If you eat, if you're doing, uh, you would be doing a 48 hour. You're eating 2 meals a day. You stick 36-hour fast most of a lot of times I do just 2 meals. I'll eat breakfast and I'll eat it late. Better when I get home. So days that I fast, I go 6 o'clock meal until 5 o'clock meal the day after. It ends up being 5 to 36 hours fasting for me, which is what I like. I like to fast. For me, it helps me, uh, and it helps the body. It gives your body a break from uh, high insulin, high glucose. There's a lot of fasting. If you're fasting, you're a diabetic, too diabetic, it really helps to control your insulin. Watch, make sure it's not overdoing, and if you're still taking. Right now, I'm wearing a CG. I don't believe it. My, my blood sugar. I've been outside shoveling, well, blowing snow already because my wife and granddaughter decided to go to McDonald's because she has to have her hash brown. And then we get to play, so we'll go there and she'll play. It's, you know, it is what it is. It snowed last night. So somebody's got to go and blow the snow off the sidewalks, the driveway, clean the snow off. And right now it's 3 below zero. So it's not the warm thing. That's why I'm wearing a slip cover. It's because I'm chilled. My vest is on. This one has what they call toast mode light on it to show that. But today, I'm just eating regular. Actually, today's so I'm not going to be eating. I know I'm going to have my fast tomorrow, doing a 48-hour. This is what that's what it's for. A few minutes ago, this is just the strip steak, and then it's like just over a pound of 30 salmon. That's my plan for breaking my fast. What are you eating today? Fasting? Are you eating a Carnivore diet? Who's in here? Hey, Larry, how are you doing? This morning, fried biscuits. Morning, so yeah, my audio's in and out. Oh, awesome. You're still doing it? Maybe the computer does that when they have too many windows open and too much going on. I still have stuff open for my online class. Yeah. Well, I just closed out a bunch of windows and shut down a bunch of stuff on here. So no, there's still more stuff open. I think I got just about everything done. And Larry, you're fasting this morning. On the what'd you have for yesterday? What'd you eat? You weren't fasting. So I know right after the meeting you were getting ready to go eat. That's better. Yeah. So it's actually getting too warm in here now. Heated vests, they come in handy up here. So I can show you what I had for this was last. That's actually a pound of ground beef, 8 pieces of here, and just a handful of fresh shredded lunch. That stuff is actually delicious. The, the fresh, the hard cheeses like the Parmesan, stuff like that, they make a huge difference. And what was this? And then the other day, this is what my when I came home and to do my class on Wednesday, I was just going to have this bowl. She's like, "Well, why don't you have a steak?" Having hamburger patties or ground beef for forever now. I think I have one left. So I haven't even a steak. So she went out while I was in my class. A 1 pound New York steak out for me. That just it's cooked in butter and seasoned with a lemon and pepper. And it's really good. I really good. Larry had 4 chicken thighs and a huge shrimp cocktail. See, I love shrimp. Shrimp is probably one of the better that I I really enjoy. Uh, let's see, where am I at? And I don't know when I'm in. I know people comment on X, they'll show up in here with an X. I don't know. I have normal. that looks amazing. It was that shrimp with the lemon pepper in it, and house when my wife was, yeah, she just all right for her blood sugar would go up. I found this one. She tried it times and it has oh, prize businesses. Crochet Corner is doing fast next weekend. Going to participate in. Yeah, that's, hey, this is the first thing is on. I have the first time fasting every time doing like a 7-day fast, broke it on a weekend. Yeah. And even doing the alternate day fasting for a week is the toughest time. It's so my StreamYard said that some of the comments from connected desks won't post, but I just went on Rumble does post. That's me saying what's up because I want to see if it would post. It does. I did last week off of X. YouTube, so I don't think it does. I don't know what it is. It's just having to fast on the weekends. I don't know. I think when I'm at work, I'm busy. These are just so rough when you have to continuously be active out there and getting more of these. I have a hard time stopping to eat at work at times. So for me, it's easy to fast when I'm working. It's when I get home and I sit down and relax, especially ends where I don't. Really, that's the hardest time for me. That was cutting out again. I did close my Rumble again. So that's just because that open that was causing too much to come out of there. I'm wondering what internet I'm even hooked up to. I've got that's my 5G. Haven't had a whole lot of issues with that recently, but it makes a big difference when the internet's going in and out, and it could be the weather too, because believe it or not, our weather up here affects our internet. When it gets really cold out, it just seems to be terrible. Yeah. So better now. Well, I did close out that Rumble stream just when I was checking it to see if I could post on that or not and what it looked like. So maybe that's what it was. I'm hoping so. I usually end up having at least one other window open watching the stream just to make sure stuff is going right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, I guess. And this time it's not working right. I think I have anything else open. And my laptop is a little bit older. Yeah, much better. Well, I think the other thing too is I should have restarted my laptop this morning. I do that generally every morning before I get on here and do anything. I restart my laptop. This morning I didn't, and it could be little things stuck in cache that make a big difference in there. Now my work laptop and my work computer, I have to restart every morning Thanks, Bryce Biscuit. It gets rough sometimes in here. So one of the things that I'm doing, and I haven't talked to anything about this here on Carnivore Quest at all. I am doing a coaching class here by the February. I'll be done with it, and that's Kiltz coaching, and I will be a certified health coach through Dr. Kiltz. It's a lot of learning. It's kind of rough getting back into learning stuff again, you know? Yeah. Maybe retired IT, yes, the power of reboot cannot be under it. You know, it's one of the things that I had problems with our IT this week. I needed help with a program on my computer, and it's a third-party program that IT put onto the computer. It's supposed to talk to another piece of equipment on my work, and it's not working right. The company we got it from that came in and installed it, everything is set up properly around their end. I can get the communication, and it shows that I'm communicating one way with this device, but it won't do what it's supposed to do. And our IT keeps saying it's their issue, it's their issue, it's their issue. And I'm like, I don't know. But our IT won't talk to them because it's a third party. They are not allowed to. So basically, if you have computer problems and you're having a third party program on there, our IT won't support it at all. They're just, I don't like IT sometimes. Kind of like doctors. Some doctors I like, some doctors I don't. So, what are your plans for this weekend for eating, Bride's Biscuit? I know Larry's fasting, I'm fasting. Are you doing the alternate day fasting, or are you just taking regular carnivore, ketovore, and hanging out? What else here? We still get some weird stuff, like little glitches on my computer, so I don't know what's going on with that. Bryce says, "Did you do Dr. Westman's carnivore class?" It was the only one that was affordable for me. Dr. Barry's PhD gave me the nod, but for pricing, trying to go back to complete my biology degree in September. That's awesome. You know, that's actually one of the things that the Kiltz Health Coaching did, and I don't know if it's still going on right now. Their Black Friday, they had 75% off the class, I think it was, and for the one starting in February, which is really good. I got into this class when they were given half off the price of it. Otherwise, yeah, the cost of these classes are expensive. You're about to break your fast now. Bone broth to start. It's awesome. How long is it? Are you doing the alternate day fasting, Bryce Biscuit, just on the opposite days of Larry and myself? And I know last time Larry did the alternate day fasting, I was on the opposite schedule of everybody for that, and I can't remember why it was. But I'd set it up so I ate on a specific day that we're doing this with. But there's a lot to learn in these carnivore classes. I was looking at the PhD class with Dr. Barry, but it's just it didn't fit into what I was doing at the time, and the last time I looked for it, I couldn't find anything on that class. Not now. You're doing the 18/6 daily, 24-hour, 2 times a month. Yeah. See, I'm trying to get my wife to do more of the 24-hour fast. Her glucose response is much better when she does a 24-hour fast, and it'll remain that way for a few days afterwards. But once she goes back to eating, and she generally eats a short window, like an 8-hour window that she eats in. But it seems like after about 4 or 5 days, her glucose will start to rise up a little bit. But if she does a 24-hour fast again, it'll go right back down and remain really good. Yeah, Amy got into Dr. Kiltz's class. She was on his 5 a.m. live a couple weeks ago, and she was talking about being in the PhD class. And Dr. Kiltz said, "You're now in my class," and told Dr. Nelson and Ollie to make it happen. So she's actually doing 2 of them right now. She's doing the PhD and the Dr. Kiltz class. So Dustin's doing it too. That's awesome. Is that Dustin? That's what is it, Simply Keto or Keto Simple or something like that? Got the big beard. Keto Simple. He's got I like his channel too, and he does the Sunday morning lives too. Yeah. Amy did work with Dr. Westman's course when you were there. She is. She's everywhere. She does a lot of stuff. I see her all over the place, and she's very busy. Yeah, I agree that I like listening to Dustin. I've actually messaged him a couple times. I've been on a couple of lives with him, and we've talked in the background. He's actually a really nice guy. Oh. So, what is anybody else eating on here today? Is anybody else on here fasting? You eating a carnivore diet? Standard American diet? What kind of diet are you eating? There's actually another guy that I've watched, but he actually recently moved, and it really, oh, that one didn't work. She's live with Rick soon for a recipe cooking collab. Oh, the heart attack chicken. Yeah, I heard him talk about that this morning. You've never been able to talk to Dustin? It's actually who was it? Carnivore's grandma, Robin Heron. I was sitting here on, I don't know if it was a Saturday night or Sunday night, and I saw a live stream, and I've watched her stuff before, and she was live, so I went on to the live stream, and she put the link in there for her StreamYard. Anybody wanted to talk, so I joined. And right after I joined, Dustin joined, and we sat and talked with her for about 45 minutes that night. And then I've talked to him a couple times after that too. He's actually a really nice guy. Come in Sunday morning. Yeah. Larry into Dustin's chat. Yeah, he has a lot of fun in there. If you guys haven't seen Dr. Kiltz in the morning, Dr. Kiltz Sunday mornings, it's on. He's a ball of fire. He's going 100 miles an hour Sunday mornings, and it's just crazy. Dustin's a stuff. He's really level-headed, down to earth. Reminds me a lot of Larry in the same. Really good people. Yeah, you chatted with him in the comment sections. Yeah, but he's got an interesting story. He's been time too. just regular people like us. I mean, not like Dr. Barry or Dr. Chafee and all those guys, but it's just this is where I learned a lot of stuff from the doctor. But if it wasn't for the people doing this, it would have been really hard for me to actually get into this. I would probably never would have seen this. You watch Kiltz Months Before 5 a.m. I did watch a few weeks back. Or his weekend stuff that he does on Sundays. He mentioned it a couple. Used to be like Monday through Friday with live stream until he got Alia and Dr. Wilson on board doing the interviews and stuff like this. He was 100 miles an hour and going everywhere. But Dr. Kiltz is his stuff is pretty good. I'll hit it. Reisman, Baker, very great information. Like smaller streamer though, try to catch them all. I do too. I like watching regular people have great stories of their, and to me that speaks much, if not more than what you learn from or hear from the doctor. Because, you know, the doctor's involved in it, and there's so much more going on. And people do have trust issues with doctors. We hear from a regular person on what they're doing. It's just, yeah, it's more to me coming from a regular person, you know, that they've done this and they've had success. This is I can learn much better from people and learn from their experience. I don't have to make mistakes other people have made. And if I can do stuff like that, it's actually better. It's better for me because you can hear a doctor talking about all the different things that will happen and stuff, but to me, it means more from the regular person just saying, hey, yeah, you know, like when I got nervous losing weight and how fast I was losing, I started eating more meat or dairy, heavy cream, stuff like that. Stop my weight loss. Hearing from people that dairy stops weight loss, you know, you can hear from a doctor, and doctors have been told by doctors that haven't been, still have a hard time trusting what they're saying. But hearing from people on their channel saying, yeah, they had a stall in their weight loss and it ended up being, well, apparently that dairy will stall your weight. So I wanted to stall my weight loss. I started dairy, more and more cheeses, heavy cream, sour cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, but I can actually eat it now. It's so it's done it again. How you doing, Josh? You didn't know you could get motion sickness from audio, but the audio is really bad right now. I don't have anything else open. I got 2 blank screens. That's got to be something with the weather around here right now. As I know, the last time I looked, it was 3 below zero. And I checked my phone too. I can do a speed test on SRT to see how it works on my phone. And it could be just that my laptop needs to restart, and I should have done that before I did the live stream. Is it any better now, Jester? I right this morning the headset now, making her bone broth, breaking her fast. Breakfast. A lot of people don't understand that. Breakfast is just breaking the fast. You gotta give Larry a jump. Left lights on last night. Hopefully it didn't make it live. Oh, might have to be a little bit late for the live this morning. Well, good luck with that, Larry. It's one of the nice things about my new car. It's, for the first time I bought a new car this year. Brand new, had 18 miles on it when I bought it. One of the cool things about that car is I can, if I leave my lights on, if I actually turn them on and not have on auto, it's still, once I shut the car off, it shuts the lights off too. They won't stay on. You can't make them stay on more than a few minutes. Not like my truck. My truck would drain the battery. All the other cars I have done that too. That's just rough. You know, there's actually, you should get little Larry a jump pack. I got this beast here. I'm not sponsored. I have this one here. This is the 2500 amp rugged Schumacher 12-volt jump. That thing will start anything. Back when I had my Ford diesel truck, if my battery was too low and I couldn't start the truck, I put that on there on just one of the batteries and it would fire right up. I haven't had any issues starting any vehicle with that jump back. And you can leave these in your vehicle too. Yeah, it doesn't hurt them, so you can keep them in there even when it gets cold out. They're a wonderful thing to have. But, you know, see where mine's at. It's sitting right here. The only vehicle we have right now that's old that would need something like that would be my son's truck. And he might have to charge it up and let him use it so he can make sure his truck starts here. Because now the time that the temp is going to be changing, we're going to get a lot colder out than what we have. So has the audio improved at all, Gesture? Or Rise Biscuit? Larry? Anybody else having issues with the audio? I know this happened here the other day on one of the live streams I was watching where one of the guests on the live stream, their audio was really choppy, really breaking in and out. It does get really bad. If it keeps going, I might just have to stop. It just isn't right, and I don't feel like we should be having any technical issues with this right now. It's just me. It's just this one screen open, so I don't know what's going on with that. Now, Jester, I don't know if you heard it back. It's better now. Thanks, Bride's Biscuit. Jester, there's a group of us that are part of the Carnivore Quest, and that's what Larry is the host on that. We're doing alternate day fasting for the month of December. Have you ever done anything like that? Alternate day fasting, feasting on odd days, fasting on even days, fast for 24 to 36 hours, or 48 hours if you're doing like an OMAD 1 meal a day routine for eating. So that's what we're currently doing there. And He, him. Did I call you a him rice biscuit? Or she? He, him. You know, on YouTube, you can set your pronouns on here. And I'm kind of a smart ass. Try not to be a smart ass on my channel, but I did try to set pronouns on here the other day, and it wouldn't let me do it. Apparently, carnivore is not acceptable for YouTube to be a pronoun. Bridesmaid says, I want to make some changes in 2026, like additional fasting, quitting dairy, and final boss, quitting coffee. 4 weeks now, no coffee. I have been 4 weeks with no coffee. My tinnitus, the ringing in my ears, is getting much better. Yes, just said pronouns in YouTube for the first time, literally yesterday. Yeah, I've never really been one to do stuff like that. But I was kind of being a smartass. I think it was Carnivore JT that had the T-shirt that said, "My pronouns are carnivore." I think it was him, and I laughed and I. Like, I got to do that. I got to put that on there. And I tried putting that on my YouTube and it won't take it. But it is funny. But the alternate day fasting is one of the easiest ways to lose weight, I think. I know when we did this back in, was it August? I did lose 10 pounds doing that, and it was pretty easy to lose that weight too. Just didn't eat it for half a month. You've been drinking coffee daily and continuously for 55 years now. You missed one day once when you were in the ER. Yeah, I know I've drank coffee for most of my life, even as a teen. All right, thank you. Yeah, gotta go, Butters. Gotta go. My wife just brought me in a drink, so the dogs had to come in and say hi and see what was going on in here too. Raw element. I could be like Larry. I have those pink and those blue glasses like Larry has. I could put my element in there. I absolutely lose additional weight each and every time you pass 24 hours longer. But you're not in a rush to lose weight. You want to sustain. You want it to be sustainable and consistent. Absolutely. Yeah, it's one of the big things. That's why in November I did a fast at the very start of November. It was actually the end of October, 1st November. And I did that 144-hour fast. And that's where I actually had a reset on my body where I've been cold for months. It doesn't matter what I do. I've just been cold. And when I did that fast, it reset something and I'm not cold anymore. So I can actually handle, being in a room that's 68 degrees and not freeze. Actually, it's 68 in the house right now. I turned off my vest here because it was getting too warm and I had it on the lowest setting. Down 72 pounds last week. Your first year on carnivore. Oh, that's right. Was Friday your 1 year, your carniversary? And you've lost 72 pounds in the year. That's awesome. That is absolutely amazing to lose so much weight, and the difference in how you feel and everything is truly incredible. You want to lose an additional 28 over the next year. Black Friday was your carniversary. Oh, that's right. Man, you were talking about that in the stream before Thanksgiving. I remember that. Black Friday. It's where I bought my ice skates. And I should be going out ice skating today. See if my granddaughter wants to go out and hit one of the outdoor rinks and go ice skating. The indoor rink that we go to is booked today. There is no public skating. You were net neutral on keto over 2 years prior. Okay. So you did the keto diet before this year and just kind of maintained. Did you have any health benefits when you were on a keto diet? So for me, the keto diet, if you're eating any processed foods, is just really different. Yeah, ice skating it's so much fun. And then my last weekend, it was actually Black Friday weekend. How was that last weekend? My son and his girlfriend also went out and bought skates. So we all went skating. So it's a lot of fun. And she loves going out and skating. She just has a blast doing it. She likes doing it at the Mesa Arena because there's other kids that end up out there and they end up, playing and doing whatever. And she has fun doing it. She does fall down once in a while, but you get back up. That's what gloves are for. That's how you learn. And it's good exercise too. When I went last Sunday, my wife and granddaughter and one of my daughters and a couple more of my grandkids went up north to visit my mom and dad. They had a bingo going on up there on the weekend, and the jackpot was pretty high. So they were wanting to go up there and see if they could win a jackpot. So I ended up going skating by myself on Sunday. And that was actually pretty cool. I got my heart rate up, and I kept my heart rate into the moderate heart rate zone for about the whole 90 minutes that I was skating. Some benefits from the keto diet was navigating my carb addiction and trying to use keto products right, which prevent healing. I did heal from 8 diagnosed diseases over the last year, including many more conditions. Yeah, that's branding something as a keto product is generally something. It's just for everybody. It's just branding. You put extra fiber into something, and then you can call it a health food. You take out a little bit of sugar, but replace it with a different type of sweetener, and it's not sweetened, no sugar added. Just because something says on the label it's keto, you have to read the ingredients. I don't trust manufacturers. I really don't. There are so many sketchy things that people or companies put into their products. And it's really hard to tell what they're doing. And that's one of the reasons I still have my CGM. It's got a couple more days left before mine's done. And I probably won't do it again until January. But a lot of companies end up putting sketchy stuff into their foods, and it's mostly for profit. It's cheaper. It makes you crave it. Everything's engineered to make you want to have more. I have a hard time with a lot of stuff because you can get stuff that says that there's no sugar listed in the ingredients, but if you're on a CGM and you eat it and then your blood sugar spike, well, guess what? It probably did have something in it. You fell for the marketing and bought way too much almond flour, cauliflower rice, allulose. You never fell for prepackaged cakes, bread. So yeah, That's a lot of people. When I first started doing carnivore, my daughter tried doing keto, and she bought the keto breads. And my wife tried the keto breads, and it spiked her blood sugars right away. So learn that one quick. Now for the allulose, I can say for myself and for my wife, there's a specific brand of allulose, RX allulose. We've had zero glucose response to the RX allulose. There's another brand that we have right now of allulose, and my wife won't use it anymore because it does spike her blood sugars. And by spike, I mean it goes up a little bit for her now. She doesn't have spikes like she used to have. Hyperpalatability to achieve bliss point under food science. Yep, and that's exactly what they're trying to do, is to drive addiction and sales. In our medical system is right there with them because they're pushing that same stuff. You know, the standard American diet, the Mediterranean diet. What is a Mediterranean diet? Does anybody know? Because the people in the Mediterranean eat way different from one end of the Mediterranean to the other. There's no standard Mediterranean diet. There really isn't. So, I mean, I've been down there. I've been in the Mediterranean. That's a beautiful place. You can go to, in Spain, you go on the Costa Brava, Lloret de Mar and Blanos and places like that. Beautiful places. They're not far from Barcelona. It's beautiful beaches. And the oceans, or the Mediterranean Sea, is actually pretty clear in those areas. For you, it's less about the spike, type 2 and remission, but the carb trigger and addiction. Yeah. And for my wife, it doesn't. My wife used to drink Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi all the time. And when she actually stopped drinking that and her blood sugars settled down, she had just bought a 12-pack of Diet Coke. And it sat, or Diet Pepsi, I don't remember which one, but it sat in our pantry for about 9 months before she gave it away. But she hasn't had the cravings when she does that. So that's actually pretty good. Yeah, there's dozens of countries bordering the sea. It's not just one diet for the Mediterranean. But that's what they want to make you feel like. If there's, everybody eats that same diet, and they don't. They eat a lot more meat and a lot more fish than what people think they do. I know when I had vacation down there in Spain, we ate a lot more fish and meat, and very few actual vegetables were included in any of the meals that we ate down there. And you think fresh ingredients there and not having cancerous additives, glyphosate, etc., processing has a lot to do with it. It does too. That has a lot to do with it. If you get even the grains that we have here, there are so many chemicals that are put on them. It's just terrible. Same with the vegetables and stuff. If you can grow it in your own garden, eat it. You know what you're putting on it. You know what you're putting in it. If you use a chemical fertilizer, know that that's going to be in your vegetables. If you use a natural fertilizer, which you can get from farmers, that's just manure that's been dried and crushed. My dad actually does that. He's got a farmer that will bring him. That's not that much. It's probably 500 pounds of manure that he lets sit and dry out, and then he'll till it into my mom's garden. And that's how they grow their vegetables for the summer and stuff, as they grow them in the garden, and he just tills it into it, mixes it in there. It's a lot better. Let's see. Yeah, GMO hybridization to change these foods since agricultural revolution. Seed oil is only about 100 years old, and the seed oils are one of the driving forces in a lot of this stuff. The omega-6 fatty acids that are in there, they're not good for people, and they do so much damage to the mitochondria and to the cells in your body. It's not good for you. I think that's one of the biggest issues that people have, and they don't even realize it. Between the processed sugars and the seed oils, it's just wreaking havoc on your body. Like watermelons and lemons without seeds. What the heck, really? Frankenfoods, and that's what they are. They're frankenfoods. If it doesn't have a seed in it, then it's no longer the same plant that our ancestors ate, and that's just not right. Look at the size of the strawberries today compared to what they were hundreds of years ago. Look at what they are. I remember my grandma along one of the tree groves and her farm. She always had a garden there, and it was for the grandkids. She always had peas, green peas. She had strawberries, and there were a couple other things that she had growing in that little garden, and it was just for the grandkids. So when we were there, natural snack, go have some. And the strawberries were just little itty bitty tiny things. Now you get them and they're monsters because they've been bred to grow that big, and it's not natural anymore. So, well, tell you what, I've been doing this here for 52 minutes now. It's about time for Larry's live stream, and I've got to go use the bathroom. Our ancestors ate seasonally and locally. Yep. Today you can buy mangoes from Jamaica and Greenland, picked a few months ago. Absolutely, and that's one of the things I was actually talking to a coworker yesterday about that. And it's amazing that you can get these foods at all times of the year. And what I was talking to her about was eating fruits and vegetables that are in season. Because she knows I'm eating carnivore, and she was asking about, will I ever eat fruits and stuff like that again? And I told her, maybe someday. Right now, I still have too much healing I want to do, and I know I have to do it. But if I do go back to eating vegetables and stuff like that, it's only going to be stuff that I grow. If I grow it in my backyard, in my own garden, I'll eat it. I'm not going to eat stuff that I can't grow myself. And it'll only be ate when it's in season. It won't be all year round. Because all these fruits and vegetables become ripe at a certain time of year. And it's that time of year when a human should be gaining weight and putting on some additional fat to bear through the winter. You're going to be able to fast longer if you have some extra stored fat. You'll be able to survive the winter where food's more scarce. That's what our bodies look for. All right. Thanks, Bryce Biscuit. Thanks. We'll see you over at Larry's. I'm going to head out there. Yeah, and that's how we survive. And that's what it is. And that's once I get to the point where I feel my body can handle it again, I'll start growing vegetables in my own garden. Like tomatoes, peppers, maybe, I don't know about corn because that's just not right. But squash, something that I know I can grow and I can actually eat and be a part of. I haven't had squash in years even before I started carnivore. But yeah, it's about time to head over to Carnivore Quest and say hi to Larry. You all have a great day. We'll talk at you later. Come on over to Carnivore Quest. Say hi to Larry. He has morning meeting just like this. It's actually where one of the ideas I got was from Larry. And I saw that at that time that I started doing these on the weekend. There was nobody else doing them like us. So come on over, support. We'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great day. Just one more thing here. You got to remember to eat meat, be happy, because that's all it takes.